Good morning, class 8th. We were reading chemical properties of metals. In the previous class, we have seen action of water on metal and action of oxygen on metals. Now in this class, we have to perform an activity, that is activity 4.2. To performing this activity, we have an objective, or you can say an aim, to observe the reaction of sodium with water. Here we have a procedure. We have to perform this activity with the help of this procedure. Take a 250 ml beaker containing about 200 ml of water. You can take any glass container in which you have to put 200 milliliter of water. Put a small piece of wheat grain size of sodium into it and observe what happens. So, you have to take sodium of wheat size and you have to add it to water containing beaker. Do you see a vigorous reaction with the evolution of fumes in the beaker? Evolution means to come out. Why does the piece of sodium catch fire sometimes? Okay, and the next question. Dip a red litmus paper into the solution in the beaker. Why did the red litmus turn blue? Why does the solution become basic? Okay, the fire in this solution of sodium and water catches so fast because we all know, we have also read this earlier, that sodium becomes very active as soon as it comes in contact with water and air. When we dip red litmus paper in this solution after extinguishing fire, we find that the red litmus paper has become blue. This happens because we read earlier that metal oxide and metal hydroxide are bases. We have an inference. Sodium is highly reactive. On reaction with water, it produces sodium hydroxide, which is basic, and hydrogen gas. Here we can see that sodium, when reacts with water, it forms sodium hydroxide and hydrogen gas, which catches fire. So, because of this reaction, sodium catches fire like this. It is due to this sodium hydroxide that the litmus paper changes its color. As we know that sodium hydroxide is being formed after the reaction of sodium and water, which is a metal hydroxide, and therefore sodium hydroxide is a base, and the property of the base is that it turns red litmus paper blue. Is that clear? Now caution. Do this activity only in the presence of your teacher. Okay. So you can't do this activity in your home. You have to perform this activity in laboratory with the presence of your teacher. Now, magnesium reacts with boiling water to form magnesium oxide and hydrogen gas. Here you can see that magnesium reacts with water and forms magnesium oxide and hydrogen gas. Red hot iron reacts with steam to form its oxide and hydrogen. So here we can see that iron reacts with water and forms ferric oxide, or you can say iron oxide, and hydrogen gas is also evolving from this reaction. Metals like silver, gold and platinum do not react with steam and are also called noble metals. Okay, what do you mean by noble metals? Noble metals like gold, silver and platinum do not chemically react with water, steam and acid, and due to which they do not corrode quickly like iron. Is that clear? Here you can see chemical symbol of some non-metals. Table 4.3. So C is the symbol of carbon, Cl is the symbol of chlorine, H is the symbol of hydrogen, I is the symbol of iodine, N is the symbol of nitrogen, O is the symbol of oxygen, P is the symbol of phosphorus, S is the symbol of sulfur, and Si is for silicon. Is that clear? Now, action of acids on metal. When a metal reacts with an acid, effervescence or bubble of hydrogen gas are formed. With the evolution of heat, energy, salt is also formed. So, here we can see, underline this word, effervescence, which means when fumes comes out with bubbles or bubbles of hydrogen gas are formed. With the evolution of heat, energy, salt is also formed. So here we can see metal when reacts with acid, salt is formed with hydrogen gas and heat energy is also evolving from this reaction. Now turn this page. Metals like magnesium, aluminium, zinc, sodium and iron react readily with acid and displace hydrogen from it. So here you can see that magnesium reacts with hydrochloric acid, forms a salt, that is magnesium chloride, and hydrogen gas is evolving from this reaction. Now the second, aluminium reacts with hydrochloric acid, forms a salt, that is aluminium chloride, and hydrogen gas evolves. Now the third, zinc reacts with sulfuric acid, H2SO4, and forms zinc sulfate with the hydrogen gas. Now the fourth, sodium reacts with hydrochloric acid, forms sodium chloride, and hydrogen gas is also evolving from this reaction. Now the next, iron reacts with hydrochloric acid, iron chloride, forms with hydrogen gas. So metals like copper, silver, gold, platinum do not release hydrogen from dilute acid. As we have understood earlier that metals like copper, silver, gold and platinum are the noble metals and they do not react with acid and hence they do not release hydrogen gas. As you can see that in this reaction, in all these reactions, magnesium reacts with an acid and forms a salt with the hydrogen gas. So this is the important and necessary condition that hydrogen gas evolves when metal and acid react. Is that clear? Now here you can see table 4.4, some chemical compounds with their symbols. Here you can see some chemical formulas: magnesium oxide, sodium oxide, zinc oxide, iron oxide, or you can say ferric oxide. Here it is 2, iron oxide or ferric oxide, copper oxide, copper hydroxide, sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, copper carbonate, magnesium chloride, aluminium chloride, iron chloride, sodium chloride, zinc sulfate, iron sulfate, magnesium sulfate, copper sulfate, calcium sulfate, sodium aluminate, potassium zincate, and hydrochloric acid and sulfuric acid too. So students, you can learn these chemical formulas. It will help you in 9th class, in 10th class, in 11th class, in 12th class, and if you want to take chemistry in higher class, these formulas can help you to understand chemistry. So students, that's all for today. In the next class, we will understand action of bases on metals and displacement reactions. So thank you class.